ApexOnlineRacing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below. Good evening everyone and welcome along to the fourth round of AOR Hype Energy's F1 Classic Christmas Cup on the Xbox platform. Tonight the drivers will be racing in a 2004 Ferrari around Monza, and that will give the Tifosi something to cheer about. I'm Jess, and joining me in the commentary box tonight is James. Welcome along.
Hello there everyone, and as Jess rightly pointed out, we're in the F2004 today, the Ferrari that famously took Michael Schumacher to his 7th Formula 1 World Championship, the V10 car. Oh, it's a gorgeous sounding car, so loud, the 7-speed gearbox in the back of that thing, and I'm looking forward to seeing some great racing today. And well, 2004 we saw, well, actually, Juan Pablo Montoya set the fastest ever lap around this Monza circuit, and was beaten by Kimi Räikkönen earlier on this season in the 2018 car. We're going, though, to the formation lap.
Yes, we are indeed, and I think only 3 people can take the championship today. Well, a championship for the last 2 races. Potentially one person can do it tonight, and that is Jason97F1, but we still got 2 people nipping at his heels and are mathematically in with a chance, and that is P1R Brown and TRL Martin as well. So it'll be interesting to see, can Jason pull off a good result like he did in Japan last time about, or can someone else take the win today? Now, like we said, it is reverse championship standings, which means Ollie is on pole position. He's the only person to not score a point in the Classic Cup. Everyone else has scored a point. And that's why you're seeing Jason, the likes of Jason Brown and Dasher in the back of the grid. And interestingly, Martin's not here tonight, so he's not going to score any points. So it's really between Jason and Brown today.
Yep, absolutely right. And from the back of the grid, it's possible to overtake around here. Of course, all these cars, every classic car that you'll see, doesn't have any of the assistance of DRS or even KERS. You've got none of that. You've got your fuel mixes, your brake biased, and your outright driver talent and raw speed. And that's what I love about these classic cars. You really have to nail the lap in order to get overtakes sorted out and well, make them all stick, really. Racing at its finest, at its purest, in cars that are very, very pure indeed. And I'm just listening to the screams of that V10 engine. It's absolutely amazing to hear. And we're heading through the Parabolica to begin the penultimate round of the AOR Christmas Cup.
Yeah, it's surely been a good one to see different types of cars, of course. We did see the Williams in Britain, and we also saw some other cars as well. So, to be honest, the Ferrari is definitely the one I'm definitely looking forward to. It has such a really powerful engine, and it is really, really fast. And it was just a shame we didn't have qualifying in the first round on these engines, because they are super, super duper quick around here, and that should give everyone to cheer about. So Jason can take pole today, and I think we're going to go through the start.
Here we go then, 5 red lights for the penultimate round of the AOR Christmas Cup is underway, and it's a pretty good launch, you'd have to say, from Smithson off the front row. Alanika will try and join him alongside into turn 1. Then look at that, nearly 4 wide into the first corner. Such a long run down to turn 1. Alanika around the outside into the first corner. Ollie Smithson holds the inside line and does keep the lead for now. Pelzeri's coming through into 3rd place. The Finn gets ahead of Jamie, who's in 4th now, ahead of Bifa in the, well, they're all in Ferraris, aren't they? And he's going to try and go around the outside through the Curva Grande, and it's maybe not going to stick because there's a car coming through the middle. It's Dralex, the Canadian. Can he find himself in the middle there? Not quite good enough for him. He'll slot into P6, that is. Overall, though, a pretty clean start from most.
Yes, but Ollie seems to be dropping down the rest of the field, but I think he seems to be getting the place back. Oh, we do have Aaron that has lost a few positions as well, but we already see Jason97F1 making positions. Oh, we got P1R Brown that's just spun, which is not the ideal place to spun, I can tell you. Not looking good for the championship. So he's now at the bottom of the pack, which is not going to help. But Jason already up into 7th place. And also Pelzery is doing a good job as well. So we've seen some gainers and we've seen some people that have lost position. I think Pelzery is going to try and make a move side by side in towards the last few chicanes. Is he going to make it stick with John? They're both really, really fast in these engines. It's going to be very, very tight towards the line. Looks like Pelzery's got the move done into that final corner, but they probably will have a chance to make it through into that final straight then. Going through there, and I think Jason's not that far from Blackster Hill either, so battles already going through. Don't forget it is 25%, so you would expect these battles to turn. I think John's got the move done around Pelzery. I think we had a few incidents between Jamie and Franglish at the back, so they've gone through to the pits, but everyone else has gone away scot-free. But I think Jason's already all over the back of Blackster Hill, so this should be some interesting racing going on here. Oh, we have a spin. I don't know who spun. I think it was Ben and Pelzery that was having an issue, and I think John as well. So that's got Jason up into P5. So Jason is on the hunt for that title here.
Yes, Smithson's going for the lead as well. He's side by side into the second Lesmo as they now head down towards the Ascari chicane, the infamous Ascari chicane. Smithson hasn't got the straight line speed. It doesn't look like he hasn't got the good enough run coming through there. And now he's under pressure from the car behind. And that's Drelix, the Canadian. And he won't get that move done just yet. But Smithson right on the back of Beefer in these fantastic cars. And wonder then, can he get the move done in towards the Parabolica? It's going to be close between them, but no moves made into the Parabolica, and it stays as it was. Jason is, where is Jason? He's in P4, so if it stays like this, he will win the championship. Pelzery gets past Aaron Dazzler in for P8. There's contact between the leaders, I believe, through there, and Jason's only gone and set the fast lap of the race, but Trellis is coming through now and trying to pass Smithson on the inside into turn 1, getting that move done. Is he on the outside, become the inside for turn 2, and he just can't get can't find the grip through there, and he's going to have to settle in for P3. Jason right up behind his gearbox now and ready to get that move done as they head through Curva Grande.
Yes, Jason, the F1 driver, we know he is good at making up positions from the back right down to the front, so that is why he is where he is today. But looks like he's going to get the slipstream. Drad is making a little bit of a mistake there as Jason is already on a podium position up into P3, so looking good stuff from him. But I always see someone in the gravel. I think that was Dralix.
Yeah, Dralix. Yeah, he went flying off. He just really misjudged it through there. P1R Brown, though, is making strides. He's now P9, the winner of the AOR Xbox One Tier 1 Monaco Grand Prix, of course. That famous win where he came from. He was actually finished 3rd on the road. He managed to win the race due to penalties for Surprise and Evo. That surprised an Evo that day. I'm sure he's going to have to do a lot more than gain penalties from other cars in order to win this one. But he's got a big test on his hands now.
Yes, all the drivers, apart from the bottom, are very close together, so literally anything can happen. It could all go until the last lap of this Grand Prix then. Jason is about 7 tenths behind Ollie. Ben is about 2 tenths behind Blackster Hill. And Ben is looking to try and make a move towards turn 1. Doesn't quite make it stick at the moment, so he stays P5 for now. But I'm interested to see what Jason does. Can he make a move past Ollie? I think he can, you know, but he may not. He may play it safe just for a little bit if he wants to win the championship, because he's safe. He's all right where he is if he wants to win this championship, but I know he probably wants to win under his belt. He's got loads of wins in this cup already. I think he won the first round and the 3rd round, so he's won 2 wins out of 3, and he's looking to gain a 3rd, so it can be possible because he's already starting to gain time on Ollie, which is good. Beef are already holding on to the lead, which is incredible stuff from him as well. Pelzery trying to make up some ground to P1R Brown in 8th position. They're trying to make a move towards that famous chicane here, but no, he's a bit too further back at the moment as P1R Brown he's got raw pace at the moment, trying to catch up to the rest of the field and possibly try to catch up to Dralix. But Jason 97 F1 is all over the back of Ollie Smithson. Going through the final straight, he just set the fast lap of the Grand Prix. Is he going to make the move towards T1? Looks like he almost does. Ollie tries to defend. Oh, this is going to be ever so close. Very clean racing from the pair of them. One of them F1 driver, one of them F2 driver. But it looks like Ollie manages to hold on to P2 for now. But Jason is still all over him at the moment. He's not giving up. And does he get it done? Yes, he does. He's up into P2. Incredible race from Jason and Ollie right now.
Absolutely brilliant stuff. There's further action behind, though. You see a battle for P5, and that's between Ben JP, John Zananika, and Drelix. Actually, not quite Drelix. It's just between... Oh, sorry, I've got it completely wrong. Baxter Hill and Ben JP and John Zananika. They're all going for moves. Ollie Smithson's, though, is back up the inside, and he's spun. I think Jason's round. He's spun. He's P6, he's lost the rear end. I'm not sure what's gone on there, but down into the Lesmo, I saw all that famous, well, Jason's round, and he's now losing position down over fist. He's now behind his championship rival P1R Brown and will not take the championship as it stands. 5 laps into this race, and who would have thought it could be as chaotic as what it has been? But Ollie Smithson's been at the heart of now 2 incidences, I believe, in this Grand Prix.
Not good for Ollie. He was a little bit too aggressive with Jason as far as I'm concerned, but it probably will be investigated. It's a bit of a shame for Jason to get caught up like he did, but if he can go past P1R Brown, that will be absolutely insane. So we'll show some very good racing, but Beefer managing to avoid the carnage behind him, which is good. So he's about 5.0 seconds behind, clear of Blackstone Hill, which is good. And I think we got Pelsery on the back of Drelix. I think we got P1R Brown and Jason joining in the party as well. So we've already got a 4 for position, and to be honest, Jason's got to make sure they race win clear.
Pelsery's going to the inside here, and he's got the move done as he locks his wheels in the Ferrari, and he's not got the move done because Schroeder's gone straight back at him. That lock-up's cost him dear, and now you see P1R Brown following through as well. Jason's not far behind, and he's trying to get the move done as well. Looks like he has got the move done. He's wheel to wheel with Pelsery as they come into the second Lesmo. Backs out of it, knows he's got a better run if he can get on the exit there, down towards Ascari, and he looks like he has. He's got the switchback, he's made the move stick, and he's back ahead of the Finn. Can the Finn come back at him though? Into Ascari, no, he thinks better of it, into the braking zone, and Jason does stay ahead. P1R Brown is now starting to close in on Drelix. He's right up behind him as he's got the speed, he's got the slipstream, he's got everything to play with here. Can he get him in towards the Parabolica? He's going to look for the move on the inside. He's gone for the move on the inside and takes 5th place, and he's back ahead once again of Drelix, and these two still squabbling away. Can Drelix get him on the run down to turn 1? The slipstream is so effective, it looks like, in these cars, and they head back towards turn 1, the outside line, which becomes the inside line for Drelix. He's going to have to hold his nerve though, because it's not an easy kettle of fish to try and deal with P1R Brown, and he isn't able to hold on to his 5th place. Drelix loses out, drops to P6. Jason, though, is now all over the back of Drelix himself as they head through the Curva Grande in towards the turn 4-5 chicane. And will he get the move done? He's going to be late braking, and he can't quite get the move done through there. He can take a lot of curb on the inside of there, and Jason spun around again. That's very uncanny. I've never seen that from Jason before. He spun the car right around once again, pirouetting that Ferrari, and he's down into 11th place now, and no chance of a championship.
No, he was getting a little bit too complacent there. He thinks he was going to win the championship right, left, right and centre, but I think looks like at this rate, he's got one more race to make sure that he clinches that title, which means P1R Brown, if he stays where he is, he can take the title to the final race, which should be very, very exciting, and he's already gaining some positions there, so he's not letting that instant hurt him from last time about, which is very, very good to see from him. And he's going to get some good points over Jason, because Jason's not going to score any points at this rate. P1R Brown is. So at the moment, advantage P1R Brown going into the final race of this championship. I think we've got a battle with John and Blackstone Hill going towards turn 1. John is closing in onto Blackstone Hill, but unfortunately could not make it stick. And we've got some other battles side by side. We've got Pelsery and Dasher making a move towards T1. Pelsery just makes that move on this occasion and up into P9 and still in the points there. But he's going to try and close in onto Ollie Smithson. Ollie Smithson closing in on Aaron at the moment as well. And also John closing onto Blackstone. This is chaos already, and we've got 4 more laps to go of this Grand Prix. But at the moment, it looks like the win is all going to be Beefers. He's already 6.3 seconds behind Ben, which is incredible stuff. And he's probably going to take his first win of this Christmas Cup, which is going to do well to score some points for the best of the rest type of championship as far as I'm concerned. But I think it is Jason's to lose right now, because he thinks he was going to win this. He's got one more race to do it, I think, unless he gains a few more positions.
Yeah, he will have the Brazil race to win the championship, but of course that championship gap would have been reduced quite heavily. It's 22 points the gap between those two, and that's not going to be 22 points when they come down here. Blackster Hill is going on the outside of Ben JP and then in towards turn one. The Ferraris, I mean, it's going to be a plural in any sense we look at it, and he can't get through into T1 or T2. You have to sit behind for another few corners, perhaps. Let's see how effective the slipstream is. 7th gear, you hit 7th gear so quickly in these cars, and then you're bouncing off the rev limiter like a, well, I couldn't really give you an acronym for that, a metaphor for that. Let's see if Blackster Hill can maybe get a move done into Ascari chicane. It's a very, very tight entry to Ascari, and it continues to stay tight. It's a very tight chicane in general, and he'll have to do his absolute utmost to get past Ben JP.
He can do it, you know. He's showing good pace at the moment, and it's very good to see the lower tier drivers definitely outshining the top tier drivers at the moment, which is quite pleasing to hear, to be honest. We got a tier 2 driver leading the race, and I think we got F3 drivers 2 and 3. So the top tier drivers are probably the ones missing out at the moment, but P1R Brown definitely showing his mettle in P5. Oh, it's a bit of a slide from Blackster Hill. He's probably lost a bit of time from Ben. That's probably going to put less pressure on Ben to stay in P2. P1R Brown just set the fastest lap with a 1:19.4. Incredibly fast in his cars. Looks like we got a three-way battle for P3. P1R Brown was joining in the party then. I think we've got Pelter and Ollie Smithson trying to fight for a position as well. But, it's between John. Sorry, not P1R Brown. My apologies, as John is all over the back of Blackster Hill now. That mistake that he made towards the final corner probably costed Blackster Hill and probably gained the advantage on John to possibly try and gain a podium position here. We've got 3 more laps to go. Can John make it past Blackster Hill, or will he lose it? Blackster Hill has got to make sure he must make that move done pretty much in the next couple of corners, probably in the next lap or so, in order to stand a chance of keeping this podium or possibly Kane P2.
Yeah, absolutely right. The slipstream, as I say, though, is very, very effective around here. I think the only reason cars aren't as close as what they could be is because of the number of mistakes we've seen in the first few, well, the 10 laps that we've had in this race so far. John Zalanika down the inside into Parabolica, and he's going to be wheel to wheel with Baxter Hill as they head towards turn 1 once again down the pit straight, and the Tifosi will be, I would imagine, on their feet. Maranello's not too far away from here. Let's see what they'll do then in towards turn 1. John Zalanika on the outside, the Greek. Will he be able to get the move done into turn 1? No, he'll think better of it once again. Turn 2 follows, and he's going to have to get a good run out of turn 2, and once again that Curva Grande corner is going to be playing you havoc as we head in towards turn 4 as well. He's moving one way, then another, then he's going to the inside. Is John Zalanika, and can he get the move done into turn 4? Looks like he will get the move done, and onto the podium he goes. And that's a good little move, actually. Rate that move a lot. Just took enough curb on the inside there just to force him just that little bit wide. It's good wheel racing between the two of them.
Yeah, very impressed with how John is doing so far. John definitely deserves a bit of more luck this season in the Christmas Cup, as he hasn't had luck. I think Ollie and John are the people who've had the worst luck in the Christmas Cup for scoring outside the top 10. So if John can score some good points here, he's going to climb his way up the championship by a lot, which will definitely help him. So yes, he's not letting the last few races escape him. But we got P1R Brown going to try and make a move past Blackster Hill now, going towards the final few turns of this Monza circuit. Oh, that was a very good move from P1R Brown up into P4 at the moment. We've already got Blackster Hill side by side approaching the start-finish straight. Now they're approaching T1 at the moment. Who's going to make it stick? Can P1 Blackster Hill defend? No, he can't, but he's almost going to get the switch back. No, he doesn't, as P1R Brown now is up into P4. He's going to gain some massive points around here, and it's definitely what he needs going into the final round pretty soon as well. And I think we've got a few people getting penalties as well. That's not going to help matters. But Jason's still in P11, and yes, P1R Brown is going to close. I don't know what the gap's going to be for the final round, but I think it's going to be incredibly close.
Yeah, it'd be 10 points between the two. Jason looking for a move on the inside of Dasher into T4 there, and Dasher holds his nerve. The Thrive driver. Now it's a case of whether he can hold off Jason as they head into the next few corners. And actually there's a car in the barriers. Ollie Smithson once again, shock horror. And now towards Ascari chicane we go again. Can Jason get the move done on Dasher? Looks like he will do. Dasher, well, not really living up to his name there. The Ferrari's danced around the outside of him and into P9 now, Jason. So is that championship gap will be reduced. Baxter Hill is right on the back of P1 Brown once again as they head down the main straight, and it's going to be close between them. Let's see what he can do though. He's going to stick to the outside. He's going to hold his nerve then on his left foot on the brake pedal. Can he get it done? That's the question. It's just being forced out wide. They're banging wheels. They're touching, and Baxter Hill's lost it, and P1 Brown is now slowing down for him, and Baxter Hill's now slowing down for him, and this has all allowed Drelix to go straight down the middle of them. So thank you very much. I'll take both of those positions off you.
And we got our first retirement of Pelzery, who has lost it there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. That's probably got Jason up a few places there, but I think I think we haven't seen much of Beefer, but that's because he was trying to stay out of trouble the whole race, and he's pretty much he was running his own race for most of this, and he's been doing very, very well. Ben as well can possibly do his best to try and hold on to P2. John is still on the back of him, so it's going to be close if they do, because I think John's already gaining a bit of pace on obviously the Ferrari, because there's loads of Ferraris here. But Beef is about to cross the final corner. He's going to the start-finish straight, and he goes on to win the penultimate round here in Monza in the Ferrari Spelton for his first win of the season. This will prove to be very, very good for him. Ben holds on to P2 only just, with John in P3. I think Dralitz can hold on to P4, and P1R Brown is keeping his championship hopes alive for another race as he's in P5, and I think the gap's going to be jumped to around about 10 or 12 points. So all to play for between these two. Dasher in P8, a few penalties have been applied. That's put Dazzler in P9. And I think Frangrish, I think, is weaving everywhere, and I think he's going to get the final championship point for tonight. And I think Frangrish, Jamie, and Ollie not scoring points, and Pelzery unfortunately did not finish. But we've had a very good race. To be honest, one of my favourite races of the season.
Yeah, it's been a good race. There's been a lot of action, as you'd expect. The only criticism I'd have of it is perhaps there's been a little few too many mistakes. There's been a lot of just losing the car, spinning the car right around. It's quite comical errors, really, that some were making. No disrespect to them, of course. But, yeah, Ollie Smithson is coming up towards the line, and he's going to prolong this time remaining period because he's going to do donuts in the Ferrari. Just eking out that V10 engine like it needs eking out anymore. Come on, let's finish the race.
I think you're not meant to do that, Ollie Smithson. Come on, cross the line.
No.
I think he'll probably get into trouble for that. He's been told not to. So, yeah, he's just about to cross the line, and there is your race over. Would Ollie be the last finisher of the race then? And we're about to get the championship. Well, we're not going to get the championship standings yet because we got a podium. We have got the lovely Beefer gaining, I think, his first win in AOR. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's won an AOR before, but his first win in the 2018 game in AOR, I've got to say. And what a race to do it. And I think, is it his home race? It must be. It must be his home race.
No, he's...
I don't know.
Is it? I think it's Hungarian.
Oh, it's Hungarian. Yeah, it's Hungarian. My bad. Apology. Oh my word, I'm embarrassed myself with that. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's Hungarian, not Italian. Anyway, Beefer takes the win there. Probably one of the only people to not gain a penalty there. With Ben in P2, John taking the last podium place in P3. Dralix in 4th. P1R Brown keeping his championship hopes to the final race in Brazil, and what a race that will be between him and Jason. Unfortunately, Martin could not make it. I think his championship hopes is pretty much over. So it's between a 2-horse fight for that. Dasher in P8, Aaron Dazzler in P9, and Fangrish, your last points finisher, in P10, with Jamie, Ollie rounding up the finishers, and our only retirement of this race, Pelzery, which was unfortunate there. I didn't quite see what happened there, but it really was a fantastic race, and I'm looking forward to seeing the final race in Brazil, which is been a season finale for some seasons in real life, so it should be quite eventful with a lot of stuff, and it should be a fight to the end between Jason and P1R Brown as well. 2 tier 1 drivers. It's going to be insane. So.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, let's see what that race will bring for us. As you say, Brazil's played host to many a championship finale in the past, so we can only hope this is going to provide another spectacular event. Wow, when would the next race be?
Yeah. Thursday. It's on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday the 3rd of next year. Yeah, so this is the final race of 2018 in AOR, which is a bit sad, I gotta say, but 2018 has proved to be very, very good. But I'm looking forward to the final round in Brazil, which should be great stuff. Thank you to, of course, my co-commentator James. It's a pleasure to have you along once again.
Thank you very much for letting me commentate once again.
You're welcome, and thank you guys for watching. Also, thanks to our sponsors, Hype Energy, Elgato, Thrustmasters, and GT Amiga Racing. Hope you all have a good evening, everyone, and also have a great last few days of 2018 and a happy new year. And we will see you in 2019 for the Brazilian Grand Prix, which I don't know what car it is. Let me just check quickly. No, it'll probably be a long time to check, so I won't check now, but you'll find out soon enough. So stay tuned next year in 2019 on Thursday for the final round in Brazil. Good night.